Hey, I'm Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in the game Skull. One of a few games I realized that I've never actually talked about, even though I've played Skull many, many times. In Skull, it is a player elimination game where you are trying to be the last person standing. In a turn on Skull, you have these, at least you start out the game with 4 tiles, and one of them looks like these skulls that are shown here, and the other 3 are flowers. And so you are going to order these tiles. They look like coasters. You're going to order them however you want, and then you'll go around the table and bid on how many tiles you think you can reveal without revealing a skull. And so I might say, okay, I think I can reveal 3, and then if someone wants to do one better than me, they could say 4, and then so on. And finally, once you have that number, say someone ended up with a 5 bid, they have to try to reveal 5 tiles without revealing a skull. And so there are 2 elements here that tie into my favorite mechanism. One is the full agency you have over the order in which you put your tiles. You might put a skull right on the top, but you also might hide a skull. You might put a skull not quite on top, but maybe 1 down. So a player might think that you were avoiding a skull. And the reason that's relevant in the game is that when you are saying the winning bid, if you said 5, you must start by first revealing your top tile. You must do that. You're required to do that. And I think that offers a really, really nice twist to the game, and that you can't just always put a skull on top and hope to not have the highest bid, or to have the highest bid and know that you can pick other people and not pick yourself. You must pick your top tile. You must reveal that first. I think that's a really neat twist to the game that ties into this mechanism of choosing the order of your tiles. The other neat little twist here is if you are wrong in this selection, if you say 5 and you only reveal 3 tiles before you then reveal a skull, you randomly lose one of your tiles. No one except for you knows what that tile is, but it means that your stack of tiles, your 4 coasters that you started the game with, they are thinned throughout the game as you get guesses wrong, and inevitably you're going to get some guesses wrong in Skull. And so this is a really neat mechanism too, that you're and so by the end of the game, you might have no skulls, and players might realize that you have no skulls by the end of the game, or you might have a skull and 1 other tile, or you might only have a skull, and players won't know this until they decide to choose your tiles. And as you have a thinner and thinner deck of tiles, the incentive for other players to learn what information you have, what remaining tiles you have, is increased. So all these 3 mechanisms stack together. The idea of order matters in terms of which order you put your tiles in, the fact that you must choose one of your tiles first if you have the winning bid, and that your stack of 4 coasters is thin throughout the game, changing how players view you and how you choose to order your tiles. Those are my favorite mechanisms in the delightful, I would say, light party game. It's a party. It feels like a party style game. It's loud. It's raucous. Game Skull. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments below. Thanks.